Happy Monday, viewers. So sorry about the lack of activity over the last 2 weeks. It was finals week, and then I got sick, and of course there was Christmas. Oh, it's been kind of a messy 2 weeks, but we are back. Now, what is the most filling American dinner that you can think of? Did you answer steak and potatoes? Well, you asked me to recreate some of your favorite dishes, so that's what we're doing today. We are making steak and potatoes veggie style. I know you've seen me use a lot of vegan meat replacements in my recipes so far, like the tofurkey Italian sausage. Well, we're going to be making our own today. Vital wheat gluten flour is the primary ingredient. I love working with it. Whenever you combine it with some kind of liquid, it takes on like a gummy texture. And most of the recipes that I use it with, you first boil it to let it puff up, and then you can bake it, you can pan fry it, you can do almost anything. And it's like a sponge. It absorbs just about any flavor you put into it. So good. Today we are going to be making vegan chicken fried steak along with a garlic potato soup. Steak and potatoes, get it? Alright, first I have combined vital wheat gluten flour, a little bit of all-purpose flour, and some yeast. And my wet ingredients, we've got vegetable broth, we've got liquid aminos, which is basically a low salt version of soy sauce, and some olive oil, and also some various spices. You can just kind of add in whatever spices you like. If you like spicy, add in a little cayenne. If you like warm and earthy, add in thyme, which of course I did. Alright, we're going to combine the wet and the dry ingredients. And when you're working with vital wheat gluten flour, you can only stir it with a spoon for so long. Like I said, it takes on that gummy texture pretty quickly. Food chemistry right there. Oh, and there it goes. I'm going to have to work with my hands here in a minute. Yeah, oh, look at that. See? See that texture? That is what we are looking for. In just a second here, I'm going to have to work with my hands because this is going to be too thick to stir. There we go. Very nice. And it's not very sticky, really. It's just kind of gummy. So it's a little bit difficult to knead out or anything like that. We're going to have to pull some chunks off of this and knead it into patties. That's a little bit of a difficult task. But this is going to be so delicious. Yep, and we've reached the end of using my spoon here, so good thing I've rolled my sleeves up. Yummy. Oh, this is going to be so good. I love working with vital wheat gluten flour. And it's not that hard to find either. If there's a Winco Foods near wherever you are, that is probably the best place to go. They have it there in the bulk section for a little under $3 a pound. You can also go to Whole Foods, but it's going to be a little more expensive there. I believe the brand you can find is Bob's Red Mill. I think it's about $7 for a 1 pound bag. Yeah, not too bad, but Winco's certainly a little cheaper. Not to knock Whole Foods or anything. I love Whole Foods. Alright. I'm going to tear off the patties, mush them up. And don't forget, this has yeast in it, so they're going to puff up a lot when we drop them in boiling water for about an hour and a half. So I'm going to finish making these patties. Should be about this big. And when we come back, I will be dropping them in the boiling vegetable broth, which I've also combined with some water to dilute it, a little bit of that liquid aminos, some spices and such. We drop it in the patties in that for about 90 minutes, and when we come back, we will be breading them and pan frying them, and we are going to start our potato soup. See you in a little bit, guys. Hey guys! So I am starting on our roasted garlic and potato soup. I've had 1 shallot sauteing in a little bit of olive oil. And now we're going to add 2 russet potatoes, finely diced. There we go. Oops. Oopsies. I spilled. It's okay. And 2 cups of the vegetable broth that our patties were simmering in. We use, oh no, it's going to be so delicious. That broth was making this whole house smell incredible. I cannot wait to taste all of this food. We're also going to add in my roasted garlic. You can also make your own roasted garlic by baking whole heads of garlic wrapped in foil for 45 minutes in a 400-degree oven. But I'm just going to do a little shortcut here because this is Meatless Mondays weeknight meal, and use some chopped roasted garlic that I got from Winco. I love this stuff. I can't get enough. Also a little salt and pepper. I'm not going to need too much though because I seasoned that broth like crazy. There we go. Alright, that is going to cook for about 5 to 6 minutes so the potatoes will be softened. And while that is going, I'm going to bread up these patties. Look how big these things got. Started out maybe like the size of my palm. Oh, and they smell delicious. I'm gonna start by rolling them in some all-purpose flour. There we go. And then egg wash. I've put 3 eggs, some soy milk, a splash of the liquid aminos, and a little splash of Worcestershire sauce as well. There we go. Yummy. And then the final step, breadcrumbs. I'll really pack them in there. I've got in here Italian seasoned breadcrumbs and crushed cheese and garlic croutons. Thought that would be some good flavoring. You can also use just about any crushed cracker that you like. There we go. All right, those potatoes still have about 5 or 6 minutes left to cook. I'm going to bread up the rest of my patties, and when we come back, we will be pureeing our soup and getting ready to fry up these puppies. See you in a minute, guys. Alright, I'm getting ready to fry up the last of my patties. My soup is cooling, and then we're going to put it in the blender and puree it. Alright, you hear that sizzle? See all those bubbles? That is what we want to achieve when you're shallow frying something. That way, you get a quick sear, and you seal in all those yummy flavors and juices. That is going to be delicious. Alright, we're going to pop our soup in my awesome Ninja blender. There we go. Ooh, let's get my spatula. I don't want to leave out any of that good shallot. I love shallots. You can also use just any, you can use a red onion, you can use a white onion, you can use a yellow onion. I just prefer shallots because they're a little bit sweeter. Should do it. That is going to be a nice thick soup. Let's see how this one is doing. Oh, look at that color. Oh, come here, get a shot of this. That looks nice. Oh, it's all nice and crispy. That's going to make a good crunch when we bite into that. Look at some of the other patties that just came out of the fryer. Ooh, that looks good. I cannot wait to taste this. I'm really excited. This is gonna be a really thick soup. Almost more like mashed potatoes. But hey, doesn't bother me. We are doing a steak and potatoes theme after all. Oh, how beautiful is that? Goodness. All that steam. That's going to take a little while before I can bite into that. Let's see, that patty is probably ready to come out now. Yep. Beautiful. I've had so much fun cooking this recipe today. I hope one of y'all out there tries it. This is going to be delicious. Alrighty. We are finished. Now to plate and bite in. Yummy. Alright. Let's see how my handiwork came out now. Oh, so soft. This is gonna melt in my mouth. Look at the texture on the inside of that thing. It's kind of spongy. Oh, crispy. Oh man. All right. Taste test. Mmm. Wow. Wow. The crunch of the breadcrumbs, I can definitely taste all the liquid aminos in there. It's kind of got a soy sauce taste, but not shockingly salty, you know? And the texture, Vital Wheat gluten things are really spongy, but don't forget, it allows them to soak up so much flavor. So the next time I make this, I am definitely going to be making some pan gravy with a little more of that broth that it was boiled in. Swirl it around in the gravy a bit, and that is going to be a perfect bite right there. I've got to try this soup. Bear with me. Really hot. Mmm. Oh, the garlic, the shallots. Mm. Oh my gosh, that is the ultimate comfort food right there. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video today, and I hope one of you guys out there tries this recipe, or one of my others. Be sure and comment on my video, and let me know what you'd like me to make next week. Had fun with you guys. Have a happy Monday. See you later.